Hello all, in this particular tutorial we will learn how to set up the log shipping in SQL Server. Log shipping is a concept where the logs from the primary database are shipped to the standby. What you mean by shipped? Shipped means physically transferred to the standby. And since you need to take the backup on the primary and then you need to restore it, the log shipping is not real time. It is always, there is a latency, there is a delay when the backup happens and when these backup logs are actually applied on the standby. So to set up the log shipping, let's create a database. And one of the most important part is your database should be in the full recovery model. So let's create a database called logship. Click on OK. That's done. And you can see on the second node, here I don't have, and let me delete this. Here I don't have any database, and also I want to show you that we don't have any jobs related to log shipping. We don't have any jobs related to log shipping. Now what you can do is you can manually take the backup and restore, or you can allow the log shipping to take the backup. What we will do is we will take the manual backup. So let's go to the task, click on backup, and we will take the backup. So first we'll take the full backup. That's done. And then what we'll do is we will take the T-log backup. So we are going to take the full backup. We are going to take the T-log backup. We have to transfer this backup to the standby. So we are going to take this backup and we are going to transfer this backup to the standby. Let's go to the second node or second instance, and let's say restore this particular database. So let's click on device, click on these three dots, click add, and choose the backup that you got. And this backup, I copied it, and you can see database and log. And now one of the most important thing is your database should be in the no recovery model. So you should not recover it. So if you recover it, then we will not be able to set it for the log shipping. So click on OK, and you can see the database log shipping has been restored, and that particular database is in the restoring mode. Now let's go back and click here and click on the task, click on the log ship transaction logs, and we are going to use this particular option to set up the log shipping. So first we have to say enable this primary database in a log shipping, and backup settings. This is very important. This is the location, and you need to give a location where the primary is able to take the backup and the secondary is able to restore it from that. So what I've done, I've shared this E drive. So I've shared this E drive. And this E drive is shared in such a way that every node can access it. So this is what I've done. Sorry, I've also shared the D. Okay, so I've shared this drive. So you can see I can access the node 1 and I can access the node 2 D drive. So I've shared this directly. And now what we are going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to give this particular path here. I'm going to give this particular same path I'm going to give for both. And here you can say delete the file older than 72 hours and generate an alert if no backup happens. And you can change this. And here is the schedule. And this schedule is very important. This will tell you how fast your log backup will happen. So let's say we want to do it every 15 seconds. So a T-log backup will be generated every 15 seconds. So that would be our backup schedule. So click on OK, and here we need to add the secondary instance. Here we need to add, and we can have multiple secondaries. So we can have multiple secondaries, not like mirroring. So I'm going to go and select the second node and connect. And here you can see we have an option. Yes, generate a full backup and create the secondary if it doesn't exist, or restore an existing backup. If you have an existing backup, you can restore it, or you can allow this thing to take the backup and restore it. Copy file, where to copy the file. I'm going to give the same location, restore transaction logs, and restore delay restoring at least. Okay, so there is we don't want to restore, etc. And schedule, here you can see this one will show exactly. And here also what we will do, we will say restore every 30 seconds. Now this is the reason why I did this, and I'm going to say every 15 seconds. The reason why I did this is because I don't want the delay. I don't want you to watch it, but in your production environment, you should not keep it at 15 seconds. You should keep it probably at 5 minutes or 10 minutes based on your RPO, RTO. So let's click on OK, close this. And now if I go to the primary and if I say task and if I say ship transaction logs, you can see the second node is in the shipping. And here if I click on the refresh, you will see a couple of jobs. This is the backup job. This is the backup. This one will take every 15 seconds. It will take a log backup. And then if I go here and if I refresh it here, you will see a copy job and a restore job. This copy job will copy the T logs and this restore job will restore this T logs. Now, before doing that, let me show it to you. So if I go here and if I say refresh this, and if I go to the tables, you can see there are no tables. So let's go ahead and create a table in that particular database. So I'm going to create a table called employee. So give it a minute. For some reason, it's going on that old database. I could have opened a new window. Just 1 minute. Sometimes I chose the database, however, it's still trying to go to the old database, which is no longer present in the system. It's fine. So let's say right click. Okay, I'm going to take the full query and right click and new query. And I'm going to create the table. That's done. And I'm going to insert some few records. So 3 employees in our organization. Now, if I say select star from employee, if I say select star from employee, then I should have 3 records. Now, if I go here and let's see if give it a minute. Let's see if the backups are happening. And you can see there are every 15 seconds, there are backups that are happening. And let's wait for the restore job. So let's, since we have just done this, let's see the view history and let's see if these restore jobs are running, and looks like they are not running. Let's see the properties of those. And for some reason it says every 15 minutes. So let's change it to every 15 seconds and click OK. And let's also see if the copy job, what's the schedule of copy every 15 seconds. So now let's give it a minute for the restore to happen. And we can't so let's say new query, and we will not be able to connect to that particular database, but because that particular database is in the restoring mode. So give it a minute. And what we are going to do is we are going to see if the restore has happened. So view restore, and you can see restore. And let's go to the alert log and view the current log, not the agent log, view the current log and see if there are, and you can see some logs have been restored. So that's fine. Now what we are going to do, I'm going to say new query. And I'm going to say restore database DB log ship with recovery. And if this runs successfully, then, and if what we have done, if we have inserted 3 records, we created a table, we inserted 3 records. If everything goes fine, then in this particular database, we should have those 3 records. So I'm going to run this and I'm going to say use DB logship go and select. So I'm going to first restore the database. That's done. Then I'm going to say logship, select the database, and I'm going to say select star, and you can see all 3 employees have appeared here. Now at this moment, the log shipping, because we have restored this particular database, if we want to re-enable the log shipping, we have to drop this particular database, take the fresh backup and start it all over again. And again, thank you for watching and see you in next tutorial. This was a quick introduction on how to set up log shipping. Thank you. Bye-bye.